I wish I could say that there was one photo that started it all. It would be the one photo I could point to that people could look at to understand why I walk up to sometimes 8 miles at a time in snowstorms at night. But there isn't. I grew up quite poor in a borough of New York City called Queens. I spent an inordinate amount of time daydreaming and wishing myself into any other life, burying myself in books and movies. There are a few memories from that time period that stand out as beacons of light in an otherwise bleak memoryscape. One such memory was getting pulled on a neighbor's sled through the streets late at night during a blizzard. I remember looking up at the streetlights through the large, fluffy flakes as they cast the most beautiful, warm glow over the streets. We may not have had a lot in the way of material possessions, but in that moment, in that one moment, it felt like the entire city was ours. And there was a gorgeous deep silence that rooted itself deep inside of me until all of life seemed muffled, silenced into an eerie submission, and all that was left was the purest feeling of peace. That silence resonated so loud that it was the moment I would replay over and over and over again at night as I drifted off to sleep. It wasn't until I discovered photography accidentally in 2010 and decided to trek through Central Park in a blizzard with a camera that I even thought I could attempt to convey how deep of an impression that memory had made on my soul. In a city of millions, isolation and loneliness are some of the most visceral states of being. Loneliness is the catch in the throat, a welled-up tear in the eye, and isolation is the hollowed-out voice at the end of a trailed-off sentence when trying to explain what it feels like to feel too much while also not feeling a sense of belonging. At night, when the snow falls and only a few people walk the streets, isolation and loneliness walk hand in hand. But snow is also nostalgia. It's the nostalgia for what once was, but also the nostalgia for what could be. It's longing for a place you've never been but feel intrinsically connected to. It's the warm cocoon that transports us into an ethereal in-between realm where the trees spin their branches like webs over streets held down by the barest hint of gravity. It's longing and fairy tales wrapped up in a beautiful fleeting package. It's the embodiment of metaphorical ephemerality. When I return back to my apartment after walking 8 miles through the snow, it's as if I've walked through dreams all night, sleepwalking, gliding through the white remnants of dream-laden clouds, slowly with my face drawn to streetlights that hang over streets like stars, leading me back to the place where I rest my head. And that is one of the most incredible feelings in the entire world.